When you buy rubbing alcohol, you reach for the highest number on the shelf and pay a little more for it, figuring stronger has to be better. It's the other way around. The 70% bottle, the cheap one, actually works better for disinfecting than the 91 because it needs a little water to do the job. And that dollar bottle handles work the $8 disinfecting wipes and the pricey screen sprays charge you for. I went through every use I could find and set aside the ones that didn't hold up. There's 17 of them here, and the best are near the bottom. And number 1 is the one I'd grab first, if I could keep just one. So let's jump in.
Number 17. You're out on the porch on a summer evening, and by the time you come inside, you've got a fresh row of mosquito bites climbing up your ankle. Before you claw at them, go get the rubbing alcohol. Dab a little on a cotton ball and hold it against the bite for a few seconds. As it dries off your skin, it cools the spot and quiets the itch, and it cleans the bite too, so you're not working dirt in every time your hand goes back. Go easy though, just a touch, because if you keep soaking the same patch of skin, it dries it right out and leaves it worse than the bite did. A drugstore anti-itch stick runs $5-6 and sits in the bathroom drawer half the year doing nothing. The bottle you already keep for scrapes does just as well on the itch and costs you next to nothing. Number 16. Pick up the makeup brush you reach for every single morning and really look at where the bristles meet the handle. That's a week of powder, foundation, and skin oil packed down in there, and it's part of the reason your skin acts up. So once a week, pour a little rubbing alcohol into a small dish, swirl the brush around in it, and wipe it on a paper towel until nothing more comes off. Do the same with a damp makeup sponge, pressing it in and squeezing it out a few times. The alcohol breaks down the oil and disinfects the bristles in one pass, and they dry soft and ready by morning. The brush cleansers at the beauty counter run $10-12 a bottle for what is mostly alcohol and water. This is the bottle from the medicine cabinet and 2 minutes at the sink. Number 15. Now let's move into the kitchen, where the front of the refrigerator shows every fingerprint and every little smear from a sticky hand. Stainless steel is like that, nothing seems to wipe it clean. Put a few drops of rubbing alcohol on a soft microfiber cloth and wipe the door down, always going the way the grain runs, never in circles. The alcohol cuts the oil off all those fingers and dries without leaving a streak or a spot, and it disinfects the handle while you're there, which is a spot the whole family pulls on all day long. The stainless sprays run $6-8 a can and are gone inside a month. A splash of this on a rag you already own does the very same shine and lasts you a year.
One thing before we go on, and then I won't bring it up again. There's more of this than ever fits in one video, so I put it all into a book over at thehannahbrooks.com. If you want it, it's there. That's all.
Number 14. Out to the driveway. You park under a shade tree all summer, and you come back to sticky brown drops of sap baked onto the hood and the door handles. Water won't budge it, and scrubbing just smears it around. So dampen a soft cloth with rubbing alcohol, lay it right over the sap for a minute to soften it, then wipe it away with a light hand. It comes off the paint clean. Try a hidden spot first and go gentle on the finish. And the sap on your own hands from pruning comes off the same way, where soap just slides right over it. A detailer's sap and tar remover runs a good $10 a bottle for a job that dollar bottle already had covered. Number 13. A while back, I showed you the Dawn soak for a gold ring or a diamond that had gone dull. This is the other one, for the everyday pieces that just need a quick shine before you head out. Drop your gold chains, your solid metal rings, your costume earrings into a little dish of rubbing alcohol and let them sit 5 minutes, then lift them out and buff them with a soft cloth. It cuts through the lotion and skin oil down in the settings where a cloth can't reach, and it dries off fast without spotting the metal. Now hear the one rule. Keep it well away from pearls, opals, and any soft or porous stone, because the alcohol dries them out and can crack them, and that damage doesn't come back. The jewelry cleaners at the counter run $10-12 a jar, and this brings the pieces it's safe on back to life for pennies. Number 12. Somebody's pen springs a leak in a shirt pocket, or a marker cap comes loose in the laundry basket, and now there's an ink stain you're sure is there for good. Before you give up on the shirt, lay it face down on a folded towel and blot the back of the stain with a cotton ball dipped in rubbing alcohol. Dab at it, don't rub, and keep moving to a clean part of the cotton as the ink lifts, so you're drawing it out into the towel instead of pushing it deeper. The alcohol breaks up the ink that the water in your machine never could. Work from the outside of the stain inward so it doesn't spread, and on a colored fabric, try it on a corner you can't see first. Then wash it as usual. A stain stick from the store runs $4-5 and never did touch ink, and this pulled it clean out of a shirt I'd otherwise have gone and replaced. Number 11. You bring home a new dish or a picture frame and peel the price sticker off, and it leaves behind that gummy gray patch that grabs onto every speck of dust. Your fingernail only rolls it around. So soak a cotton ball in rubbing alcohol, lay it flat over the sticky spot, and give it a minute to work. Then it wipes away with an easy rub, glue and all. It does the same for the tape residue on a jar you want to keep, or the gummy line a bumper sticker leaves behind. Test a painted or varnished surface on a corner first, because a lot of alcohol in one place can lift a finish. That goo remover they sell runs about $6 for something you'll use twice and lose in a drawer, and this you already have on hand. Number 10. The grease from cooking doesn't just land on the stovetop. It drifts up and settles on the cabinet doors right above it, a sticky yellow film that catches every bit of dust. Mix equal parts rubbing alcohol and water in a spray bottle. Mist it onto a cloth rather than onto the cabinet, and wipe the grease away in small circles. It cuts that oily film without the harsh reek of the kitchen degreasers. Two things matter here. Do it with the burners off and cold, and crack a window, because alcohol and an open flame have no business in the same room. Keep it off unsealed wood and natural stone. And unlike soap, alcohol doesn't leave a damp film of its own behind, so the cabinet comes up dry and clean in one wipe. The spray degreasers run $6–7 a bottle, and this mix costs a few cents to stir up. Number 9. Anytime you cut up raw chicken or trim a roast, the counter and the board need more than a quick rinse. Here's the order that does it. Wash first with hot soapy water to carry off the food and the grease, because alcohol can't do its work through a smear of raw fat. Then, on the counter or a plastic board, wipe it down with rubbing alcohol and let it sit wet a full minute before you dry it. And that's what takes care of what the meat left behind. A wood board is a different story. The alcohol dries away too fast to do much good down in the grain, so there you let the hot soapy water do the cleaning and dry it well. Keep it off the flame and away from anything hot, same as always. A bottle of kitchen disinfecting spray runs $5–6, and this does the after-meat job on your hard surfaces for a fraction of it. And you know exactly what went on the counter your family eats off of.
All right, quick breather. Add up just the bottles we've already crossed off: the anti-itch stick, the fancy brush cleaner, the stainless spray, the degreaser, and you're well past $30, all of it done by $1 bottle. And we're only halfway. The best of the list is still down at the bottom, so stick with me.
Number 8. Your phone screen tells on you under a lamp, all those fingerprints and the dusty haze sitting on the glass. Mix equal parts rubbing alcohol and water, and here's the one thing to get right. Dampen a soft cloth with it and never spray it straight onto the device. Wipe the screen gently, and it lifts the oil and the smudges and dries streak-free in seconds. Do the phone, the laptop, the television, the tablet the kids leave sticky. Keep the cloth just damp and not wet, so nothing runs down into the edges. The little screen cleaning sprays charge you $8 for a thumb-size bottle of what is mostly water, and you can mix a jar of this for pennies and clean every screen in the house. Number 7. There's a dark shirt you love that comes out of the closet with a white chalky smear of deodorant down one side, and rubbing at it only grinds it in worse. Dampen a cotton ball or a clean cloth with rubbing alcohol and blot along the mark, and the white streak dissolves and lifts away in a few seconds. No water, no wash, no starting your outfit over. It cuts the waxy stuff in the deodorant that plain water just beads off of. Give a brightly dyed shirt a quick test on an inside seam first to be sure the color holds. It saved me from changing my whole outfit and running late more mornings than I can count, and I never had to buy a special spray to do it. Number 6. If you do a little stretching or yoga in the morning, your mat soaks up sweat and skin oil and starts to smell no matter how you wipe it down. Same goes for the hand weights and the gym bag by the door. Cut some rubbing alcohol half and half with water, mist a cloth, and wipe the mat down after you use it, then let it air dry before you roll it up. It disinfects the surface and clears the smell instead of covering it over. A light hand is all it takes, and steer clear of any foam that's got a special coating. The mat sprays sold at the gym counter run $10 and up for a small bottle, and this does the same for a few cents and keeps your mat lasting years longer besides. Number 5. Everybody's got a pair of sneakers or work shoes by the door that clear the room the minute they come off. That smell is bacteria living down in the damp lining. So mix 3 parts rubbing alcohol to 1 part water, mist it lightly inside each shoe, and stand them out on the porch to dry all the way. The alcohol kills what's making the smell, then it evaporates and takes the damp with it, which is the whole trouble in a shoe. Mist it, don't soak it, and stay clear of suede and fine leather that a wedding would mark. A can of shoe deodorizer runs $7–8 and only ever masks the smell for a day. This gets down and kills the reason for it, and one bottle sees to every pair in the house. Number 4. This time of year, a cloud of fruit flies turns up over the bowl of ripe peaches, and drain gnats come drifting out of the kitchen sink. Now, I've shown you the bowl trap before for catching them over time, and it works. But when they're up in your face right this minute and you want them gone, pour some rubbing alcohol into a fine mist spray bottle and spritz them right there in the air. It drops them on the spot. A fine mist is the whole trick. A big wet spray just scatters them. This is the tool for the ones you can see this second, while the trap on the counter keeps working on the rest. Just keep the mist away from an open flame while you go. It costs you nothing but a squirt from a bottle you own already, where the little jars of fly bait at the store run $5 and take days to work. Number 3. This one's for summer, when the kids are in the pool all day and somebody comes to you at bedtime with water trapped in an ear. Mix equal parts rubbing alcohol and plain white vinegar, put just a few drops in the ear, then tip the head to let it run back out. The alcohol dries up the trapped water, and the vinegar makes it a place bacteria don't care to settle, which is what keeps a long pool day from turning into an earache. Now hear me close on this one. Only ever do this on a healthy ear. If the ear already hurts, or there's any chance the eardrum has been hurt or has a tube in it, skip it entirely and call the doctor. Used right on the right ear, it saved us more than one trip to the clinic in swimming season, and that visit runs a good deal more than a splash of vinegar. Number 2. Here's one hardly anybody thinks to make. Fill a zip-top freezer bag with 2 parts water to 1 part rubbing alcohol. Press the air out, seal it, and slide it into a second bag so it can't leak. Lay it flat in the freezer, and instead of freezing hard like plain water, it turns to a soft slush you can bend right around a knee or an elbow. The alcohol keeps it from setting up solid, so it stays soft and cold a good long while. It's the thing to have on hand with kids and their summer scrapes and swellings, and it works in the cooler on a hot day too, with no puddle of melt water. The drugstore gel packs run $8–10 and split open the first time somebody sits on one. This one costs about $0.25, and when it warms up, you just set it back in the freezer and it's ready again.
Before we get to the last one, let me ask you the quick favor I always do. If this one bottle has been saving you real money, go ahead and press that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so the next one lands right in front of you. The whole reason I put these together is to help folks like us hang on to a little more of our own money. Now then.
Number 1. And here's the one I'd keep if I could only keep one. Fill an empty spray bottle with rubbing alcohol straight from the jug, no watering it down, and you've made yourself an all-purpose disinfectant that costs about $1 and does what a whole cabinet of separate cleaners only claims to. Spray it on the doorknobs, the light switches, the cabinet pulls, the faucet handles, all the spots the whole house touches all day. Let it sit wet a few seconds and wipe it down. On the phones and the remotes and the keyboard, don't spray, just dampen a cloth and go over them, and run a cotton swab dipped in the alcohol down in the little seams and around the buttons. It knocks the germs back and dries right off, with no sticky residue and no chemical smell left hanging in the air. Through cold and flu season, with 4 kids hauling home whatever's going around, I go over the touch spots every few days, and I truly believe it's kept a bug or two from running through the whole family. Never mix it with bleach, and never with anything else in that bottle, just the alcohol and nothing more. The disinfecting sprays and tubs of wipes run $5–8 a piece, and you're buying them again next month, while 1-gallon jug of alcohol makes bottle after bottle of this for $1 or $2. My grandmother kept one plain bottle under her sink and did the whole house with it, and she never thought she needed 10 different bottles to keep a home clean. It's the old way of doing things, and there's real sense in it. Using the good, simple stuff we've been blessed with, instead of handing the store our money for a fancier name.
That's 17 uses out of one bottle that barely costs $1. Now it's your turn. What's the one rubbing alcohol trick you'd add to my list? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. And it looks like YouTube's already set out another money saver for you right up there. Give it a look, and I'll see you there.